Okay, let's review chapter 8 for the test coming up. Okay, so finding scale factor with dilations, we really just want to make sure that we take p prime over p, where we end over where we begin. That's the key, the big secret here. So here p prime is 27 over p is 9. It's a little bit hard to read, I'll admit. That's a 3-to-1 scale factor here. Now because the top is bigger, it's an enlargement. Over here again, p prime over p. So p prime in this case is at 4, p is the 10, that reduces to 2/5, and now the top is smaller. I just realized you guys can't see what I've been writing. I'll just rewrite it. I just wrote 4 over 10, which is 2 over 5. And then I noted that the top is smaller, meaning that this fraction is less than 1, and this is a reduction. Scale factor is that 2 over 5. In number 3, we are going to find the image p prime, q prime, r prime, s prime after a dilation with a scale factor of k being 2. All this means, you guys, is I'm just going to go multiply every one of these numbers by 2. Okay, so here we go. P prime, 2, 4. Q prime, 4, 4. R prime, 4, -2. S prime, -2, -6. Alrighty. Easy peasy. Okay, now let's go on to 8.1 stuff, similarity. So if we're going to be similar, corresponding sides must be proportional. So looking at the similarity statement, guys, PQ over JK. Oh, hold on. Nope, we're labeling top, bottom. So JK is 4 over PQ is 8. This reduces to 1/2. Then I can set this equal to, let's say, KL over QR. KL is 3 over QR is x plus 2. Then we'll cross multiply and solve. So x plus 2 equals 6. Subtract the 2. X equals 4. And that's it. That should be enough. If they're similar, the x's have to be proportional everywhere. We shouldn't have to check the last one. But if you really wanted to, you could plug the 4 in here. This is 5. And then make sure that these two have that 1-to-2 ratio, which I can tell from 5 and 10 that they do. Okay, number 5. I'm going to do the same thing. So top, bottom, and that looks like an R. I didn't mean it to look like an R. Okay, here we go. Let's go again. JK, ugh, that's 13.5. Do I really want that? Let's see. LK is 15. That would correspond to RQ, which is that. No, I'm going to need to use... I don't know if I'm going to need to use it or not. Let's see. Let's set it up. Let's go 15 over x plus 1 equals, and then if I don't want to use that, I can try using LJ or JL, and PR. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that because then I'm going to get x squared. All right, guys, it's time to not be afraid of decimals. So JK is 13.5 over JK and PQ. PQ is 9. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reduce this fraction over here. So I'm going to take 13.5 over 9. I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 2 so that I get 26 over 18. Oh, no, that's not 26 over 18. That's 27 over 18. Oh my gosh. And now I can reduce this by dividing top and bottom by 9. And that's 3 over 2. So actually, this is 3 over 2. Oh, no. And now we'll cross multiply. 2 times 15 is 30 equals 3x plus 3. Subtract the 3, 27 equals 3x. Divide the 3, x equals 9. Whoop. Okay. Good stuff. Again, if you wanted to verify, you could. You plug the 9 in here, you would get 27. And then the ratio would be 27 over 18, which we know is correct. Okay. All right, we're continuing this with more stuff. Finding the value of x. So, top, bottom, 8 over 4, which reduces to 2 over 1, must equal 6 over x. You may just be able to tell that x has to be 3 because it's half, but if not, no problem. We're just going to cross multiply 2x equals 6 and x equals 3. Okay, over here, we've got to be careful to choose things correctly. So this is top, this is bottom. The side that's in between the right angle and the 1 arc is 8. And the side that's between the right angle and the 1 arc on this guy is 12. I'll reduce this by dividing by 4, and I'll get 2 over 3. And then to get x is between the 90 and the double arc. So between the 90 and the double arc is 15 over x. 2x equals 45. X equals 22.5. Okay. Okay. Here we go. We have two similar triangles. They have a pair of corresponding side lengths 12 and 8. I guess we can decide. We've got a larger and a smaller. And we can decide what we want to do. If we want to make the smaller the top and the larger the bottom, that's fine. So when they give us the sides or the perimeters, that's going to help us find scale factors. So 8 over 12 is going to give us k. That's the same as 2/3. Okay, now, the larger triangle has a perimeter of 48. Okay, so for perimeter, we use k. So we're going to say 2 over 3 equals, and then larger is bottom. So 48 goes on the bottom, and we can solve. Let me call it P so it's like a little bit more clear. And the perimeter. Now if I cross multiply, I get that 96 equals 3p, which means that the perimeter of the smaller figure is 32 meters. All right, now we're going to do area. For area, we use k squared. Okay, so that means we take 2 over 3 and we square it. We get 4 over 9. Okay, the larger, so this is still the bottom, is 180. That was supposed to be an A. Capital A for area. So we'll solve this now. 4 times 18 is that 72, you guys? I'm a little sick and my brain's not working, but I think it is 720. 720 equals 9A, and that makes A equal to 80 meters squared. Alrighty. Is it 80? Let's check. We can check. 80 over 180 is 8 over 18, which is divided by 2, 4 over 9, and that is that. So yes, it is correct. Okay. Okay, now asking us if triangles are similar. Okay, well here we have a 190-degree angle, congruent for both, check, that's an A. And then here I have a 51-degree, here I have a 39, so I gotta find the missing angle. 90 minus 51 is 9. And that is an 8 minus 5 is 3, guys, not 4. So this is 39. So now we also have 39-degree angles congruent to each other, check. Angle, angle. These guys are similar. So now we got to give a similarity statement, name the theorem, give the scale factor. So triangle ABC is oh no, it's not congruent. Is similar to triangle, and now I got to be careful. So A was the 90-degree, I got to go with M, which is the 90-degree. And then from A, I went up to the 51-degree angle. So from M, I've got to go to L, which is where the 51 would be here. And then N is the only one left. This is by angle, angle. And what else do they want? Scale factor. The scale factor is 18 over 12, which will reduce to 3 over 2. Okay, over here, I have these triangles going on. So this one has 21 and 93. That's 114, and then 180 minus 114 is 6, and that's a 7 minus 1 is another 6. So this angle is 66. And now looking here, I've got one set of angles, check, but I'm not going to get another set of angles. So we do not have angle, angle. So these are not similar. And we don't have enough sides. They've only given us one pair of sides. And as far as sides go, we need either SAS, which is 2 sides, or SSS, which is 3 sides. So here we just don't have it. This is not similar. Okay, down here, we have 3 sides. So clearly we're going to be testing it with SSS. So here we go. Let's check. We're going to do top. We're going to do bottom. 18 over 10 equals 18 over 10 equals 25.2. Ooh. Over 14. And now we get to reducing. And God, I wish I had a calculator. But I don't, so that's okay. Divide by 2, divide by 2. And I get 9 over 5. And this one's exactly the same, so obviously it's 9 over 5. And now over here, this one's going to get a little tricky to reduce, but let's do it. So 25.2 over 14. Perfect. So I think I can get rid of that 0.2 by multiplying it by 5. Because 0.2 times 5 would become 10. Once it becomes 10, then it gets rid of the decimal. So I actually do have a calculator because my husband brought me one. How sweet of him. 25.2 times 5 is 126. So look at that, the decimal's gone. And then 14 times 5 is 70. And then now we can reduce. So let's see. What do we... Let's try 7. 126 divided by 7. Oh, it worked. That's 18. And 70 divided by 7 is 10. And then that's, of course, 9 over 5. Okay. So if you're going, that looks horrific, no worries, you guys. You can just get the calculator and do 18 divided by 10 and turn that into a decimal to check. That's 1.8. So this is 1.8. And then you can also check it with 25.2 divided by 14 and see that that's also 1.8. And that's good enough too. But either way, here we are. Check. Woo. Check, check, check. This is side, side, side. So triangle DEF is similar to triangle XYZ by SSS, and the scale factor we already found is 9 over 5. Number 12. Okay, I can't zoom this in. Oh, I can zoom it in so you guys can see it. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we've got two sides. So it kind of tells me that I need, if I only have two sides, I need it to be side angle side to prove similarity. So there's got to be an angle somewhere. And of course there is. Don't forget our vertical angles. So we do have the ability to check for SAS. Vertical angles are congruent. So I already have the angle check. But the sides have got to be proportional. So I'm going to go top. I'm going to go bottom. And then we just got to be careful. These can flip. So I just got to make sure I take the smaller, which is 14, over the smaller here, which is 21, and see if that matches the bigger one here, which is 20, over the bigger one here, which is 30. And then we'll reduce them down and see if they still match when they're fully reduced. So divided by 7 is 2, divided by 7 is 3. Here I could just cross out the zeros, 2 over 3. And yeah, these guys are similar by side angle side. So we've got triangle. Let's go XYZ and then make it match triangle. Okay, so X is connected to the long side. That's V connected to the long side. And then from X, I went along the side I didn't know. So from V, I'll go to W, the side I don't know. And then Z is the only one left. This is by SSS. Oh no, just kidding. It was SAS. It's by SAS. And the scale factor is 2 over 3. Okay. All right, now here we are. These guys, when we've got the parallel lines and they want us to find xy, so that's this guy right here, x. We basically just make fractions, okay? So 15 over 8 equals x over 20. And we'll cross multiply. 8x equals 300, right? And this isn't going to be nice. 300 divided by 8 is 37.5. I don't know if we wanted to reduce it. So if we did want to just reduce, we would put 300 over 8, and then we would divide top and bottom by 4 to get 4 goes into 30 7 times, and 20, so 75 over 2. Either way, you could give it as a fraction or a decimal. Okay. All right, you guys, number 14 is a little tricky, so be careful. We can, again, just put these guys over each other and make fractions, right? So PR is what they want to know. That's x. Okay, so here's the thing. We can put 32 over whatever this is, and then put this guy over this guy. So we've got a couple of things missing here. Here, I know that the entire length is 49. So I can subtract from 21 and get this length here. So just be careful. Make sure you're matching things up. So to get this, I'm going to go 49 minus 21, and that's 28. That's this value right here is 28. Okay, cool. So now I can go 32 over 28, but over here, I still need something to put over 21 if they need to correspond. So if the entire thing is x and this portion is 32, this is going to be x minus 32. Okay. That's one way to do it. I guess that's maybe a little bit the trickier way to do it. I could have named this part x, and then at the end added what I found to 32 to get that, but then the problem will become I might forget and just leave x as my answer and never add it back in. But this way, when we find x, we're done. Okay, let's go. So first we have 32 over 28, which I want to reduce. So where should I do this? Let's go 32 over 28. They're both divisible by 4. This is 8 over 7. So I'm going to take 8 over 7 and set it equal to x minus 32 over 21. And then I'll cross multiply. So 8 times 21 is 168. And then that equals 7x minus 7 times 32 is 224. Then I got to add the 224 to both sides. And I get 392 equals 7x, and then I'll divide by 7. X is 56. And then I always like to look and see, does it make sense? And it kind of does. This was 49, and then that's 56. That's perfect. Now again, you could have called PQX. It would have made this proportion simpler, but at the end you would have gotten a value that you would have had to add to 32 to get that entire length. So tricky problem, guys. Make sure you understand it. Alrighty, number 15. Okay, again, we're just gonna go this over this and this over this. So I'll first reduce 36 over 20, and 4 goes into 36 9 times and 5 times. So D over 25 equals 9 over 5. And 5D equals, what is that, 2.25? 9/4 would be $2.25. And then divided by 5, 45. Does that make sense? And yeah, it makes sense. 20 to 36, then 25 would go to 45. That makes sense. Okay, here I am now. Same again, I can put this 20 over that y, and then I'd have to put this 16 over whatever this length is, except that I don't know what that length is. But I do know that the whole thing is 30 and this portion is y, so this guy here is 30 minus y. Yep, and this is going to make for an interesting problem. So we have 16 over 30 minus y equals 20 over y. And don't be afraid. We're just going to do what we always do. Cross multiply. 16y equals, okay, now 20 times 30 is 600 minus 20y. And then I'll add the 20y to this side, and I'll get 36y equals 600. And then I'll divide 600 by 36. And that's not pretty. So I don't want to round. I don't like rounding. So I'm going to simplify this. Divide top and bottom by 6 and see what happens. This is 100 over 6. I can still divide top and bottom by 2 to get that y equals 50 over 3. Okay. 50 over 3 is 16-ish. 16.6. That makes sense. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Y here would be 16 and this would be about 14. So 20, 16, 16, 14 makes sense. Okay, perfect. And last but not least, solve for x. Okay, no problem. Again, we'll make a fraction 2 over 3. And that equals x plus 5 over 2x plus 3. We'll cross multiply. So 3x plus 15 equals 4x plus 6. And then that's x equals 9. Okay, wait, was that too fast? Sorry, guys. I subtracted the 3x from 4x and I got just x. I subtracted 6 from 15 and I got 9. And that's all. Good luck, you guys, on your tests. If you guys want me to work out specific problems, kind of like I did that coordinate quadrilateral problem from the last test, and explain it a little more, please request it. Let me know, either in class or maybe leave a comment on a video, and I am happy to make extra help videos for you guys. Alrighty, good luck.